Hi, I'm Hill-Rennie. I'm the New Zealand Cricut product expert. I started the group New Zealand Cricut, and I have a blog called Oh So Many Crafts, which is ohsomanycrafts.blogspot.com. If you would like to go to that, I have a few things on there, and I'm hoping to do some videos for you which you'll be able to watch. Thank you. Hi, this is Flo, and Cricut have sent me the new machines, so I thought I would do something so that you can see the machine cutting and me taking it off. Now this is going to require me to use a couple of different cameras, so I hope you'll bear with me. Now what I'm doing here is I've made a little sign for the side of a jar that I've just put a little bear on, and I'm going to make sure that I've picked the right machine, because if you don't pick the right machine it tells you. Only you've got to realise that you didn't pick the right machine. Now first of all, what I did was I saw Cricut Explore 3 and I just looked at the 3 and chose that one. Well, that's not the one that I am using. So when I went through to make it, it said you've chosen the wrong machine. So it's taken me 10 minutes to work out why I chose the wrong machine and what I did wrong. However, I've now got to this screen and it says without a mat. Now, when I did this, it is only a tiny little one. As you can see, I had my initial screen up larger. Now it's telling me I need 6 inches of material on the mat so that it works. Now I do have a 6-inch piece of material that I have put in before, so I'm going to actually use that, and to do that I'm going to put this over this side. You'll see that I have cut some things on this one, and this is probably the smallest. Well, you do actually need 6 inches, it tells you that. So with anything, it does have a small wastage area at the top, which is probably just over ½ an inch by the look of it. And of course it can't cut to the very edge, but it does cut, I believe now, 11.7 inches. Now I'm going to go to continue and make sure that I've got the right one selected this time. And as you can see, it says my maker is 21EA and it's on Bluetooth. Now if you want them even faster cutting, what you need to do is connect it to your USB, because the USB does apparently make it faster. However, it's more convenient for me to have it USB. Now you can see that I could browse all materials, but it's actually defaulted to infusible ink transfer and it's greyed out. So I don't think that's the one we want. I'm going to go to popular, and when I do that it says smart vinyl permanent smart paper sticker stock. So I can choose the smart vinyl permanent. Now it will have been greyed out because those are the only smart materials that you've got at the moment. So it's now telling me that I'm on smart vinyl. I'm leaving the default pressure on default. I've got my fine point blade loaded, and now it says load mat and press load button. So now I'm going to go to another camera, so there will be a bit of a delay while I set up the other camera, and I'll be back. Now hopefully we're back online again, and you can see up here that the button is flashing to load the fabric. So I'm just going to select that, and it pulls it in, and then it's going to measure the fabric, and it's going to come back and wait. And hopefully I've got this on the right side. I'm going to push the arrow button, and you'll notice that that's now different. You'll also notice it's very quiet. It's even quieter than the other machines. And then all of a sudden it'll go zip and it'll cut. I'm wanting to hold it. So this is it cutting, and as you can see, it cuts at 8 inches per second, so that's obviously in a straight line. So I'm not quite sure how long it'll take to do this, but it won't take very long. And then I forgot to put a box around it, so I will endeavour to pull it off with my transfer tape that I have a piece of. Yep. And this is just ordinary transfer tape that I'm going to use, providing I can find my scissors to cut it. Right, now it's finished, and I believe it was 3 inches high. No, it's 2 inches high. And it was about 3 inches long, so 1, 2, 3, we'll do a 3.5. And I'll just get rid of that. And now I'm going to extract that. Now I will put that up so that you may not be able to see this. Oh yes, I think you can just notice that the cut is there, and we'll cut this out and do it the way I'm supposed to do it. Now the smart vinyl is not heavy at all, it's just relatively firm. So now I'm going to peel off the backing, and it's always great to have a pokey tool around, or if you're using the right words, the awl or the dental pick or something similar. Now, I always prefer to read words from the right to the left, so that I can make sure that they're all going to sit down there. As you can see, it did actually join my words so that they were, once they go to the cut screen, they are welded. Right, let's just put this on here. I have to get up a bit for you, don't I? Sorry about that. There's nothing worse than watching a video with half off screen. There we go. Now, I didn't do anything fancy with this, and I'm sure there's a little piece that comes out of the B. Now, you can see the G on this, that tiny, 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 thin little line that's on the Z, and it's still cut. It is amazing. So, just let me bore you through a bit longer with trying to get these little bits in it. Come on, I want the center of the O out of here. Sorry, might be off camera a little bit now. I'm just trying to get the pieces of the O out. Yeah, I gotcha. Let's have a look and see whether there's a right. Oh, the fraction of the piece that's in there is too small, and I'm not going to worry, but the L does come out, and no, I think the E's joined itself together. Do that. Hopefully we can see that now. And where did I put my piece of tape? No, it's not it. Oh dear. I stuck it to the desk. Now I've got to unstick it from my desk. Now, just before this tape can get used again and again, I'm going to line it up on here, and I'm going to burnish it this way. I always sort of feel that you need to burnish it well, and like all good sticky things, when you push things down, it sticks to the way that you burnish it down. So if you burnish it on the back, you're actually making sure it sticks to the piece that of transfer tape you've got. Now, having said that, I'm going to make sure that it sticks. As I said before, I usually do this from the other side, so let's see if it works on the other side. And yes, it's coming up nicely. Oh, I've lost a dot. Hang on, let's go back and get that dot. Otherwise we'll be blind because we won't have an eye. There we go. I've got an H that's misbehaving here. Just and it's there. Now, to get my jar that I put my little beer on, here's my little beer. I just stuck them on the jar, and hopefully you will be able to see what I'm putting on. And I keep this jar for my hazelnut latte, which I love. One of the few coffees I can drink. So now I just burnish again. Now I'm doing this, and this is exactly how it happens. Often happens with me like this. Things go wrong to start with, so I find another way of doing it. And I'm sure that most of you will have a similar experience of having done things and they don't quite turn out right the first time, and you've got to do them and find another way of doing them. Well, this is what I have done. It's in real time, and that is my jar, which says I'm a bear without my hazelnut latte, and I'm sure my niece will actually believe that. And I hope that you can see that. I'll put it down on the counter so that it, probably with the light it's a bit hard to see, and you'll see that I've got a white paper inside so that you can actually see it. So I hope that shows you a little bit of what the machine can do. This is the vinyl. I'll show you it in a larger sheet. It comes in rolls, and I believe there's a roll holder that's coming. I haven't got that yet. There was a hold up in customs a couple of months. So that is the, hang on a minute, that might not be the right one. Yep, that's a smart vinyl, and it tells me on the back that it's a smart vinyl. Now that and the sticker paper and the 2 sheets of sticker paper, I've got a blue sheet and a white sheet, and this one is labelled iron-on, and it says lightweight, long-lasting, when cutting, insert this side down. So this is the pack that you get with the new machine, and that's really handy because you often think when you see vinyl like that, oh whoopee, I will put the right side up, and it's not the right side for that. So you get a sheet of iron-on, you get a sheet of sticker vinyl, and this is the paper, the sticky paper. And as you'll notice, I've put my name on here so that I can put my name on a few things, and it's paper, so you don't use the adhesive transfer tape. You just pick them up as a sticker, but never mind, we'll name this. I shall put it on there. There we go. And I'll get the L and the O, and you'll see that they've welded themselves together, so that makes it really easy. I'll turn it around and I'll just put that there, and that's the sticker paper, and I really love it. It can do so much. I mean, yeah, there's really a lot of things that you'll be able to do with that. Now, this is a piece of white sticker paper, so we're going to get some stickers made with that, or some little pieces, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing the machine. You'll see that I have to bring the lid down on the Maker to open the lid, open the front of it. You can possibly see, I'll show you in here, this says Cricut Maker 3. It's got the same basic layout as everything else, with the exception of the start button, and instead of having the Cricut logo on it, it's got a start. But apart from that, it tells you on the program how you go through everything. If these are the paper guides, and as you saw, it cut that quite well with the guides. All you have to do, you've got a little bit of leeway in here, but you've got to remember that you've got there's a little bump here. You've got to make sure that you don't hit that bump and just get over it a little. Now, you can still use your mats in here, and your mats go in just the same as they always did. So if you're wanting to use ordinary vinyl, you can just use your mats in there, and that will be fine. Now, I'll say goodbye, and hopefully you haven't been too bored watching this, and I have my next thing done.